everyone, this is Crid, and I will be walking you through Geometrical Dominator today. This was the easier of the two levels released in 2.0. So let's get started. So this is very basic. I think this is a level you can start by jumping at the beginning, but let's just go into it. So just as soon as you come up off this slope, make sure to jump, and then you go over another slope. Just don't worry about it. Well, you'll want to jump afterwards and get this ring. You'll want to jump again, but you'll want to go down. So here's moving objects, and just make sure you fall, and then you jump off of both of them once they pop up. Go over the pad, and you're a robot. And basically what the robot is, if you've played a Jetpack Joyride, it's basically like Lil Stomper. A very similar gameplay, well, pretty much identical gameplay. That's pretty much what it is. So yeah, I mean, you can make little jumps, big jumps, and it has no limit, like in other vehicles. Like there's a ceiling and a floor that come down, but this robot, the robot, just like the cube, is unlimited. So you'll want to make a fairly small jump here, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is going to open in a second, so you can actually just fall into that. Jump up onto here. You'll want to make a big jump over this, and you'll want to fall down onto this pad. Don't jump off of here. I mean, you could make a very tiny jump, but I mean, you don't need to, and I wouldn't suggest doing so. And then just fall, get both of these, and let the pad propel you, and then get the ring. And then you can make pretty big jumps, I guess, over these. I mean, I don't really think you can die on the ceiling that badly, so it's okay. Go up into the portal. If you don't want the first coin, ignore what I'm doing. Jump like this, like I am. Get the ring, and go into the portal, and then just get both of these rings. However, if you do want the first coin, then you want to make off of this, you want to make a full jump onto here, onto this. And that's just like from the very edge, hold. And you want to do the same thing here. It kind of glitches here and you go through this, but that's okay. You won't die. And you go through here and you'll get the coin, and then just don't worry, fall up, and this will propel you back down into the rocket. Now this part's actually pretty tricky, especially for beginners who are playing this for the first time. There's a lot of moving objects in this, but it takes a little bit of memorization, but it's not that bad. Just make sure to fly through there, fly through there. Those don't move. These open, but there are spikes down there, so beware. Go through here, and then just straight fly. It doesn't matter. These are all going to move. And then don't keep flying straight through here, because here are spikes, and this is actually going to move down. So as soon as you land here, just stay there. Don't fly, because that goes down, as you can see. And then just let yourself slide up, and you won't die in this transition to the wave. I mean, you just go here, squiggle, up, down, squiggle, up, squiggle, down. And then just make sure to be careful that you're not jumping coming out of this portal, and so you may want to go down a little bit too, but just be careful. You'll fall a bit, you'll get on the pad, and then here's some more tricky moving object obstacles. You'll get this ring, and then you'll fall, jump, and then get the ring. There's a bit of memorization in here, so just be very careful. You could just get all those, and then just get both of these rings, ignore the one with the X. Get both of those, and then you're the robot again at double speed. Big jump, slightly smaller jump, just so you don't hit that. Go up. Now these are invisible spikes, you want to make big jump, another big jump, because that's really too low to harm you. And then just make sure you get this. Make a kind of a medium jump here, get both of those. And then just make a little jump over here, so you don't hit that. If you don't want the second coin, Ignore what I'm doing. I mean, you could basically do this and then just fall and then just jump again. But, I mean, or you could just wait later. If you do want the second coin, really all you have to do is you just have to jump early, make a fairly large jump, not a super big one though. That way you're like running on here and not just going over, see? And then as soon as you get on here, make a jump, I think it's a big jump, onto here just to get the coin, and then just from here just fall, orb, big jump, big jump, big jump, big jump, and then just get both rings. So there's a lot of big jumps in here, so I mean, this level's pretty easy on you as far as the robot goes. Now you're the rocket again. This is actually pretty challenging, even though there aren't any moving objects in here. This ground is good, so you can stay on there. I didn't, though. The ceiling, you can't. It's like deadly, but just make sure you go down fast enough, because this doesn't move, and I've died there plenty of times. You can slide on here, and I just did this, but if you slide on here, I think you'll have to propel yourself just slightly more as you, like, in order to go through this. And then just make sure, go through into the UFO. This is super easy. I mean, there are no moving objects. There are no spikes on these. It's pretty simple. Just, this is a slope, so just sliding on it. Just make sure you don't, like, slide on these too much, as they can, like, propel you this way. So just be very careful. And here is one of the hardest parts of the level, so let me show you. If anything's going to want to keep you from trying to complete Geometrical Dominator, it's going to be the infamous neon cube section with a lot of memorization going on. And it's very hard to master at first, but with practice and repetition, you'll get it eventually. So, let me show you. So you'll fall until you get this. You'll want to get the arrow and the orb with the arrow as it appears. And you can see these stars too, like as they light up slightly before the platforms do. So you'll want to jump here, fall, jump, get the pad, and it's not really much of an indicator, kind of more just memorization. Don't jump yet until like you're at this arrow. Get the orb, and then just you can simply jump over those two spikes, fall, and then it gets really hard here. Get this orb, and then you fall one, jump one, and then there's a pad, and then there's this ceiling to stop you, and it's so intimidating. You gotta watch the stars like as they appear. Get all those. I know that's not the best explanation of it, and I apologize that I'm being very lazy. It's kind of a thing you gotta figure out on your own. But I mean, just follow the stars and practice, practice, practice. So here's the wave, and this is pretty simple. I mean, it's just that squiggle, squiggle. You go into the UFO. In order to open these, you have to get these. They are touch triggered. And you see as you hit that, then this laser, it's like almost like a laser commanding open. Same here with this one. There are moving objects in this section too, so you'll want to flip up. And this is another touch triggered. This is another touch triggered thing too. And this activates this platform to go up and take you, and you'll want to flip up and immediately back down. And here you are, you're almost done. This is pretty tricky. Just make sure you guide your way through here. If you don't want the third coin, just simply go up here and down into here. If you do want the third coin, you'll want to let yourself fall, but like just be steady. It's honestly a little easier, and then just get on this platform immediately after. And then you can actually slide on here as you become the robot in the home stretch. So you want to make a kind of a medium jump there, small jump, hit the ring. You can make a big jump there, just not too big, I guess. And then just make a medium jump there, and you're done. It's a pretty simple level. Just make sure you memorize some parts, especially the neon cube section. and this level should be pretty easy for you. So good luck to those trying to complete this level, and I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching.